everyone. Welcome to my show, Timeout with Trey Avant. I'm your host, Trey Avant, with my co-host, my brother, Noah Avant.
What's happening?
This is a two-man webcast that discusses sports and entertainment. Before we begin, make sure to follow this show on Instagram and Twitter at Boca Tribune. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boca Raton News. This show has different segments where we inform you of trending topics in sports and entertainment and offer our thoughts. At the end of the show is a hot take segment where we'll offer prediction on one random topic and explain why. Huddle up. It's time for a timeout.
Hey, I like that. That's hard, Trey. That's real. That's tough. That's tough. I like that.
That's all you right there, man.
Hey, I'm just the guy. But you,
Just the guy.
You the man.
No, you the man. But last Saturday, UFC 252 took place at the UFC Apex facility. Heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic faced off against Daniel Cormier in a rubber match. Daniel Cormier won the first fight. Stipe Miocic won the second fight. The bout was proclaimed as the bout to finally determine who would be the greatest heavyweight of all time. Miocic won the fight by unanimous decision, and therefore, retained his belt. The scorecards, Miocic won 4-1 on two of the judges' scorecards, but all the rounds were close. Both fighters landed some heavy strikes, and after the fight, Daniel Cormier announced his retirement. What did you think about the fight, Noah?
Let's start with let's address the elephant in the room. He got poked in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I remember watching some an interview about it, and he was saying like, yeah, I really couldn't see. Like even at the press conference, like it's black. I see black out of my left eye. Like I don't know. I feel like I personally wouldn't have went out like that. If you poke me in my eye and then I can't see and then I lose like that, oh heck no. You gotta try me. You gotta play me better than that.
Mm-hmm. So, and he had a hard time blinking too.
I mean, bro, did you see the picture? I mean,
yeah.
He in his eye.
Yeah, it was like it was pushed back.
Yeah, like bro, he had wrinkles in his joint. Like, nah.
Yeah, he said he tore his cornea.
Hey man, UFC is a game of gladiators. I mean, they had dudes with dents in their heads, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, this isn't the first time it's happened though. And the other two fights, they poke each other in the eye a couple times as well. It's just the way they fight. They fight with their fingers extended out. So I mean, it leads to more eye pokes. But yeah, that would definitely play a factor in the fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you see him, even when Daniel puts his hands up, when DC puts his hands up, he always swipes. And it's an open hand slap. I'm like, you don't want to grab. So I mean, if you keep swiping and you swiping with some authority, but that wasn't a fight though, Trey. That was
Oh yeah, definitely. But it was a close fight though. The whole fight was close, even though DC, he lost by unanimous decision. It was closer than it might seem. Yeah, but DC obviously retired. Miocic is definitely gonna fight Francis Ngannou next. Francis Ngannou just proves he's the #1 contender. You know who Francis Ngannou is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that man's deadly. That boy. Oh my gosh, his hands are crazy. Yeah. John Jones, he relinquished his light heavyweight championship. He's been in a contract dispute with the UFC for quite a while now. Looks like he's had enough. It doesn't seem like he's actually going to leave the UFC. He might leave the UFC, but he's not the light heavyweight championship. He's not the light heavyweight champion anymore. So he's probably going to move up to heavyweight, and therefore he'll fight Miocic or fight Francis Ngannou. Whoever wins the fight between Ngannou and Miocic is going to fight John Jones. John Jones does decide to move up because he is calling people out now, but he always does this. You think? What do you think about John Jones' situation?
The John Jones situation is honestly something that a lot of people don't think. A lot of people obviously think about. It's interesting to see how he was once the poster child of the UFC to now you're taking his title away. I do feel like because of his history of getting in trouble a lot and just not even staying off the weed, he can't stay off the cocaine like that. Cocaine, like bro, he.
I mean, it was just a one-time thing, though. It was just a one-time thing, allegedly. It's just other stuff he has problems.
Was it recent? Did he recently get caught up with drugs and a gun?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But John Jones, he does have a lot of problems.
Hey, yeah, he got issues. Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong though. Oh, buddy, John Jones though. Mm-hmm. That's not something he want to do. John Jones is a bad man. He really.
The greatest fighter in UFC history. He's never lost.
He's a bad man. Like, bro, you know, it ain't like what 6'4", 6'5", 80 something, like 70 something.
With the longest reach in UFC history.
Like, bro, he got
like
70.
He has the record, like 84-inch reach.
Yes. Like, bro, you know how hard it is to get in a fight with somebody with long arms and just like try to get in a space so you can lay some. And it's John Jones, so he's not just punching you, he kicking you, he might grapple you, he might take you to the ground, might yoke you up a couple times. Like you're really in a situation with John Jones. So I hope to see him fight. I want to see him fight again. I definitely want to see him do that. I hope he never leaves the UFC. I hope he doesn't leave the UFC. At least not right now. You know, you still young, you still got time to fight. So
yeah, I mean he's cleared out the light heavyweight division. No one has beaten him. He forced DC to go back up to heavyweight. If John Jones goes to the heavyweight, people are saying that he could struggle with the weight differences because DC struggled with the weight differences a little bit, but DC is a little bit bigger than John Jones. But John Jones was like, hey, that's nothing to worry about. He said, I'm stronger, I'm faster. And I believe him. I mean, when he goes up to heavyweight, if he goes up to heavyweight, Miocic and Ngannou are the only people who pose real threats to him. Especially Ngannou, because Miocic is good, but if DC almost beat him and John Jones thrashed DC, John Jones could beat up Miocic. Now Ngannou's a little different because if Ngannou hits you, it's over. That's one punch and it's wraps. Like he puts the fear of God in people. His hands is crazy.
And I can't disagree. That's a beast, but John Jones, like yeah, you can punch me hard and you're knocking me out. Very true, absolutely. I will give you that. But can you punch me is the question. That's the thing. Like, yeah, you can punch me hard, but can you actually get in a position where you're close enough in striking range to land your blow?
Yeah, that's the question.
Like, yeah,
it's easier said than done.
Like, bro, that dude John Jones is a bad dude, man. That's a bad man.
He would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take him down. No, it's a lot harder to take him down. You can't take him down if you can't grab him.
Yeah, because when you try to take him down, piecing your joint.
And then if you do grab him, his takedown defense is just outstanding.
He's piecing you up the whole time. You're sitting out here eating straight punches, straight jabs to the face the whole time.
And he's strong.
Exactly. And you better hope he don't knee you. Like, it'll get graphic for you, man.
The only people who are confident that they can beat John Jones, who are extremely confident, are his own brothers. You know Chandler and Arthur?
Yeah.
They said, oh yeah, I could definitely beat John. I used to beat up on him when we were kids. So I'm like,
yeah, okay. But they're capping though. That's the thing.
Huh?
They're capping though. That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, when they were kids, probably. But John Jones now, no. Even though they're bigger than John, I don't think they could beat him. Not at all.
Bruh, I feel like when it comes down to that whole thing, like with his siblings, I mean, you just grow up with the guy, so I mean, like,
of course you're gonna talk your talk.
Yeah, it's like if me and you had to fight. Like, yeah, man, I beat my brother. What do you mean?
Yeah,
It's just talk. They're not really serious. They're not serious. They know their brother's hands is literally registered. Like they're not gonna go out here and really believe that.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, they don't be trying to try that, man. They don't be trying to disrespect that, man.
Like, nah, I wouldn't try to disrespect that man. Trey, I'm telling you this right now. If you were to learn martial arts and do all of this other stuff and turn around and you want me to box, say, hey, no, throw the gloves on. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I appreciate it 100%. Thank you. But I am good. I am so good.
I know a little bit already.
Nah, get out of here, boy. You don't know nothing.
All right.
Let me find a Trey out here. What's bro name from Martin?
Who?
Karate Man. Karate Man. Trey out here like Karate Man. Wow.
Oh man, I retired. I don't do that no more. Older and wiser. But on to the NBA. The playoffs officially started Monday. The Nuggets, they defeated the Jazz in game 135 to 125 in overtime. Noah, Donovan Mitchell scored 57 points. And they still lost. Jazz still lost. That's the third most points scored in a playoff game in NBA history. Jamal Murray, he scored 36 points, which included multiple daggers, to put the Jazz away. What are your thoughts on the game?
Like, I mean, honestly, the 57 points, they have no purpose. They have no meaning. Like, what's the what good is it for me to score 100 points if I lose by 2? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even with Jordan, then Jordan put up like 60 points on the Celtics at one point, and then like 63 and lost. Like,
yeah.
I don't get what as sports fans, what we get out of highlighting these great personal event like accolades or how should I say this, achievements, but the overall mission itself was a failure. You see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, he didn't really seem too happy about the loss. I mean, no one would. You seen when Jamal Murray pulled up on him in the bubble when they were by the pool? Donovan Mitchell looked like he did not want to be bothered at all. Because, I mean, even though he scored 57 points, they lost. And Nuggets, they are the superior team. So every game matters. It's not like they got upset. No, the Nuggets are just a better team. And they were close. The game was close until Jamal Murray just put the game away. He was just draining threes. Him and Donovan Mitchell were just going head to head. During the Rising Stars Challenge a couple years ago when Deion Waiters went up against Tim Hardaway Jr. And they were just coming down the court just shooting threes. Yeah. That's what it looked like. And there was no defense being played. Jamal Murray was just having his way with the Jazz,
Yeah.
Yeah. The Raptors. What you said?
I'm trying to get this. The camera angle set up. When IG live this, and I'm gonna have this. I'm trying to. I'm really trying to. Get everything set up.
Yeah. Be official.
Yeah, it gotta be official. We always gotta be official here on the timeout. But
the vibes.
Yeah, but,
take your time. Take your time.
Oh yeah. But,
the Raptors blew out the Nets 134 to 110. Fred VanVleet dropped 30 points. Did you watch the game? What do you think about the game?
I mean, bro, it's the Raptors. I honestly, the games on Mondays and Wednesdays, those series are not good until tonight the Dallas Mavericks and the LA Clippers, that's gonna be a series. That's gonna be something you want to watch. I don't want to watch Toronto play. I don't want to watch them play the Nets. That's not interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's expected that the Raptors will win. It's just not. I mean, the Nets would make it interesting if they had at least had Spencer Dinwiddie and Kyrie Irving. If they at least had those two, it'd make it interesting.
Absolutely. It's one of those things where it's just like, if you had your team, it'd have been different. It's like saying, even with the Wizards, if John Wall was there.
Yeah.
It would have been a different game. This is a whole different scenario we're talking about then. But we're talking about a starless Nets, like, versus the number 2 team in the East.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised things went how they went.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if the Nets was fully healthy, they wouldn't even be the 7th seed. They'd be 1 or 2. They had KD, Kyrie, Dinwiddie. They'd be up there.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, it's not like it was like the Bucks. Like the Bucks and the Magic, like, bro, the Bucks and the Magic, that's a really good game.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get to that later, though. We're going to get to that later. The Celtics beat the Sixers 109-101. Jason Tatum played like a star. He scored 32 points. Joel Embiid, he dropped 26 points for the Sixers. But in the second half, the ball didn't go to Embiid that much. Any thoughts on that game?
Well, first and foremost, I know a couple episodes ago we had a Jason incident, so we had to give it Jason. Jason, there we go, baby. Yeah, Jason.
Yeah.
I'm a Celtics fan, man. Like, I'm like, yeah, Jason. I even like Duke. I had no reason to like Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, he is a bucket, and I like to see him get buckets.
He is a bucket.
He is a walking bucket, bro. Like, Jason Tatum really does it all. Yeah, and I like to see them do good. I mean, the Sixers are not gonna. We all know the Sixers are not gonna put up much of a threat. If you really feel like the Philadelphia 76ers are putting up a threat, you absolutely have to be a fan. Like, your favorite your Mount Rushmore looks like Moses Malone, Dr. J, Allen Iverson, and Joel Embiid. Like, that's your Mount Rushmore. Like, there's no other way.
Do you think the series would be different if Ben Simmons played?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You think the Sixers would be a much bigger threat?
Not much bigger, but they'd be able to fight. At least they'd probably make it 7.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a 7-game series with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid versus just Joel Embiid. Because just simply off the simple fact that Ben Simmons orchestrates himself as like a guard. He's essentially a guard for that team.
Mm-hmm.
You are not going to win many games with just a big man in today's NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be real. Unless you have a guy like Shaq in the paint, like, it's not looking good for you, bucko. You're going to get out rebounded. You're going to be the Rockets. You're just going to be the Rockets. Like the Rockets, that's the problem with the Rockets. The Rockets don't have a big man. The 76ers issue, they have a big man, they have no guard. So it's just like, you have to have both in today's NBA. You cannot just shoot the jump shot the whole time and like, okay, well, I'll make it all.
Well, I mean, the Warriors,
but the Warriors also had Draymond.
But Draymond's 6'7".
Draymond also played the center spot a lot. He also got rebounds.
Yeah, but he's not like, when you mean big man.
Oh yeah, I know he's not a big man. You know what I'm saying? He's not JaVale McGee. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get the job done.
Yeah, he's okay. He's all right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want him in South Beach if that's your next question. But
no, of course not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
What Charles Barkley said? Triple single.
Man, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I don't want that.
We want triple singles, G. We're good. If you can add a double to that, I'm good. We're good.
Yeah, that's not very good. I
could go out there and get 5 points, 5 assists, maybe 5 rebounds.
J. Cole can do that.
Who?
J. Cole.
Bro, J. Cole can do more than that.
If you play Kyrie Irving, Kyrie was gonna put him in the hospital.
All right, but what if J. Cole hit him with that beep 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 beep, and you
That would never happen.
How do you know?
That would never happen.
How do you know that?
Because he not if he playing against, let's just say J. Cole was on the Pistons, right? Because they offered him a tryout. They go up against the Nets. Kyrie finna drop 42 points on his head.
He not
shooting like 80% from the field.
The real is back. The veil is back.
J. Cole finna have a solid 3 points.
Listen, Jermaine Cole is from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Okay, I want you to understand that. He is from the 910. All right. I say that to say this. We breed hoopers in North Carolina. J. Cole actually hooped in high school. He hooped at 70. I think he was at Terry Sanford, if I'm not mistaken, Terry Sanford High School. So yeah, J. Cole can hoop, bro. I mean, he may not be the best hooper. He might, but if he can make the team, maybe he get to get a bucket on Kyrie. So I mean, hey, look, we gotta see. Cause you see him at the LA Fitness. Bing, bing, bing. He getting his jump shots on a little late, you know what I'm saying? A little late. He doing his thing.
But isn't your boy Dennis Smith Jr. awesome for Fayetteville? And he averaged just like 3 points for the Knicks?
The Knicks stink.
Exactly. So why shouldn't he be the best player on that team?
Bro, he is.
He don't start. He don't play. He averages 3 points a game.
Bro, I wouldn't want to play for them anyway. Bro, how you think, bro?
He don't play because of ability.
Bro, Trey. Trey, spare me. Bro, you realize that top NBA talent didn't even want to play with the Knicks? You expect him to want to play with the Knicks?
So you think he's a top talent in the NBA?
Bro, I'm not saying he is a top talent, but I'm saying that he himself, Dennis Smith, should not have to be the savior of the New York Knicks. Bro,
no one's telling him to be the savior.
They didn't want to go there. They didn't want to pursue KD, or something stupid. Bro, the Knicks stink. The
Knicks are not hooping at all.
They are never hooping. Never.
But he should be able to beat out Frank Ntilikina. Why wasn't he able to do that?
Bro, what part of J. Cole? Listen, not J. Cole. Dennis Smith Jr. is leaving. He needs to leave. Whenever his contract ends.
Go where? You think he should go to Miami? No. If Kendrick Nunn not playing, what makes you think Dennis Smith gonna play?
No. Honestly, wait. I'm gonna say this. If Dennis came to Miami and he put on a Heat jersey and he played for the Miami Heat, he's going to practice with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Eric Spoelstra as his coach, Goran Dragic as another fellow point guard. I feel like he might make a difference. I don't feel like it'd be like what you think, but he'd be way more solid than what we have right now, Kendrick Nunn.
So he'd be better than Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn in his prime.
Kendrick Nunn. Okay.
Kendrick Nunn. I'm talking about like beginning of the season.
Okay, Trey.
Beginning of the season, Kendrick
Nunn.
Don't do this. Who was averaging like 23 points a game. You think Dennis Smith can average 23 points a game?
What has he done in the bubble? What is Kendrick Nunn done in the bubble?
We're talking about Dennis Smith Jr. We're talking about Dennis Smith Jr.
You mentioned Kendrick Nunn.
Yeah, you said he could be better than Kendrick Nunn.
Absolutely.
You talking about Kendrick Nunn right now or Kendrick Nunn in his prime?
Bro, Kendrick Nunn right now, yes, absolutely. And Kendrick Nunn is no prime. We ain't prime. This is first in the league.
No, I'm talking about beginning of the season Kendrick Nunn.
Beginning of the season Kendrick Nunn, bro? Okay, that might be different. That's before he conned us. That's before he finessed us he finessed the hope out of us. He was like, yeah, I'm going to have them thinking that I'm going to be good. Then I'm going to get in the bubble and be a dirty bubble inside the bubble. He stinks right now. I need him to turn up. I need him to turn up for me. I need that. I need him to play me better because this right here ain't cutting it. He's shooting all these bad shots. Eric Spoelstra didn't want to play him the other day. Like, do better. Play better. Like, practice harder, bro. I want to see something. I really don't want to give up on Kendrick Nunn. But if it need be.
You think we're going to let him go this offseason?
We'll see.
Trade him to OKC for Gallinari?
No, I'm going to say that if I had a commercial break.
Ooh. Okay. We're going to go to a quick little commercial. Enjoy this ad by Hyzier Marketing. Enjoy.
Back at it.
The Clippers defeated the Mavericks 118-110. Luka Doncic scored 42 points in a losing effort, while Kawhi Leonard poured in another 26 points for the Clippers. A big storyline of the game is Kristaps Porzingis getting ejected in the third quarter after a little scuffle, fracas with Marcus Morris. What were your thoughts when watching the game, and do you think the ejection of Porzingis changed the course of the game?
Absolutely. You're playing the Clippers. Like, the Mavericks are playing the Clippers. When I think about the Dallas Mavericks, I think of two players. Luka Doncic and Porzingis. You know what I'm saying? Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, yeah, they have other players like Justin Jackson and what's my boy name? Seth Curry. Seth Curry's still there, correct?
Seth plays for the Mavericks.
No, I'm not tripping. I saw some little dude out there, like little baby stuff or older stuff.
He's the baby.
Nah, I thought it was all the way around.
Nah, Seth is the younger brother.
Oh, either way, yeah. You take Kristaps away from Luka. How do I want to put this? You took away your other scoring option and probably one of your main rebounding options. You know, and you're playing against a team with Kawhi Leonard. You're playing with a team with Paul George. Like, you have some solid scorers on this team, and these are also guys that's going to contribute to the board. So, like, it's hard for people to understand. Like, when you playing that game, bro, you need everybody hands on deck. Everybody has to be rolling. So with them pulling out Giannis, I mean not Giannis, Jesus. With them pulling Porzingis out the game, of course it alters the game. So now Luka has to do everything else now. Everything. Where before he just really had to worry about maybe the scoring and assists, and if he could grab a rebound or two while he's at it, cool. But for him to go from that to now everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough, especially against a team like the Clips.
Yeah, Porzingis was changing the game. Like, his interior defense is outstanding. He was like altering shots left and right, blocking shots. The Clippers really didn't have too much of an answer for him. The game was close until Porzingis got ejected and the Clippers started pulling him away.
It's with Porzingis and the whole situation. I do feel like the refs were wrong for that. They shouldn't have tacked him up, given the situation. I do feel like if they were going to eject Porzingis, they should have ejected Morris as well. Just off the simple fact that they both were scuffling. They both were having that, you know what I'm saying, that disagreement, that scuffle.
Well, Porzingis that was his second technical.
I understand that's a second technical. That's cool. Mm-hmm. But in the sense of it's not like these refs are actually reffing these games good anyway. Let's be honest here. I'm not an NBA player. I can talk my trash. You know, Adam Silver ain't gonna find me because he don't pay me. So I'm gonna talk my trash. Mm-hmm. These refs stink. They suck. So I mean, it's not like it would have hurt anything for them to just, okay, look, we're going to eject both of them. Or better yet, just let it go. Let them off with a warning. No, they were actually fighting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were out there, Pistons versus the versus the Pacers. You got Ron Artest out there throwing elbows and right hooks at the fans, or not fans, computer monitor. Like, no, it was no need. But I do feel like at the same time that the Mavericks have this idea. They know how they're gonna try to attack them. Porzingis has got to keep his cool. I mean, that's not even just him. That's just any star player in the NBA. And especially when you're in the postseason, you've got to keep your cool. I mean, look at the Warriors and Draymond. Draymond getting what's it called? Suspended a game. Quote unquote altered the whole outcome of the finals. LeBron is the first guy to come back from a 3-1 death. Like,
yeah, I mean this could really mess up the Mavericks' chance, because the Mavericks actually had a pretty good chance against the Clippers. You know, they have a pretty good squad. I mean, they're still going to lose most likely, but they, with Doncic and Porzingis, man, they could have made it real. They make it real close.
That's tough. That's super tough. I mean, like I said, same situation with Miami. Miami a couple weeks ago when they didn't have last week when we didn't have the Jimmy and Goran. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had them up 20 points in the first at the end. But if you don't have those star players to wheel those guys in to push to the end, it's not looking good for you, G. Mm-hmm. Even on 2K, you could be up a bunch on 2K. But if you playing a team with a good superstar better than yours, and that three ball start dropping, deficits go from 21 to 18 to 15. Then you might have a layup in between, and then next thing you know, it's tied.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it's like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah, what happened to my nice space? What happened to my deficit?
And speaking of the Heat beat the Pacers 113-101. Jimmy Butler, TJ Warren, they went head to head. Butler scored 28 points. Warren chipped in 22. What was going through your head when you were watching the game?
How well Miami shot the ball. I think Jimmy Butler was 100% from 3-point line, 2 for 2. Duncan Robinson, he had a slow start. I believe he was 2 for 6, all of which were his were threes. At least at the beginning of the game, I didn't check the stats towards the end, but I'm noticing that Miami is really shooting this ball. Like, I thought it was just going to be like a regular season thing. No, we're really shooting this 3-ball. So I feel like looking at it, playing against the Pacers, this is going to work. But once we play other teams with maybe more rebounders in their starting lineup, like the next round with Giannis, or the potential Eastern Conference Finals against the Raptors, like these are teams that rebound exceptionally well. So rebounding is going to have to be a thing. Bam leads the pack with his rebounds. He has 10 rebounds last game, I believe. So it's not it's not about necessarily them shooting the ball and missing as much as it's just like converting on those second chance points. A lot of the times they don't get the rebound and then it's a turnover. You know what I'm saying? Or like they will take a ill-advised shot at Kendrick Nunn. Like you whenever you get the ball, especially in a lot of the close games, because a lot of our games are going to be close. Unfortunately, our best player is not that type of guy where he's going to get on the court and give you 30. That's just not how Jimmy is. He's not. He can give you 30 points, but he's not likely to give you 30 points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you take this into consideration and you know that you don't have somebody that can really boost you guys up ahead. Like you don't have a Damian Lillard. You don't have a Stephen Curry or Paul George or James Harden. You know, you really every point that Miami really gets is off of really good defense. You know, and then we run an offense, or somebody will set a bunch of screens, and Duncan's gonna get open for a three, or Hero's gonna get open for a three. But look, Jimmy was shooting the three ball. Like I said, he was 2 for 2. Like,
it surprised me because he's been a bad 3-point shooter this year, and
something percent low 30s.
Yeah, he made 2 daggers to put the game away. So I guess playoff Jimmy is the thing.
I don't know.
Now, the Sixers for sure missing him.
And you know what? Stephen A. said this. Stephen A. said every team Jimmy Butler has been on, he's made better. Every team he's left, they got worse as soon as he left. Mm-hmm. The Bulls, they're still recovering. The Timberwolves, do I need to say more? The Sixers. Mm-hmm. I mean, people can say what they want to about Jimmy Butler. I feel like because he isn't like household popular name, he's not like a Giannis or Luka. He gets overlooked.
He's not scoring 30 points a game.
Like people that do not watch the game of basketball and have a concept of how it's ran, do not like Jimmy Butler. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's maybe a couple guys out there that know about basketball, they know their hoops, and they still don't like Jimmy Butler, but they're gonna like him because he does not score 25 or to 30 points a game. And when you look at it, like, okay, I don't score the 25 to 30, but how many assists do I average? And so total, how many points am I responsible for every game on average? That's what people don't miss. That's what everybody miss. And you also got to think about who else he has on his team. You got Goran averaging, 18 off the bench?
Actually, I think it's more like 15 maybe. 15 to 14.
15 points a game? Okay, cool. So you got Goran averaging 15. That's ball time out of his hands because Goran's going to be on the floor at the same time he is at some point. How much is Hero averaging? 12?
Oh, 13.
13. Duncan starts with him. Mm-hmm. Like, you see what I'm saying? These are all players that score. You want him to just say, okay, I'm not going to pass Duncan Robinson the ball, the third best 3-point shooter in the NBA. Okay, I'm not going to pass Goran the ball. Arguably should have been in the 6-man finalist. I'm not going to get the ball to Bam, most improved player of the year, averaging 16 and 10.
Yep.
Like, you see how I'm just naming names, and he's like, yeah, you got to give him the ball.
Yeah, it's just the Heat have too many weapons for Jimmy not to make use of them. They want Jimmy to score 30 points a game. Like, that's not his game. He makes everybody around him better. Like what you said, like what Stephen A. said. When he leaves, teams get worse. Like the Sixers, they never had that closer until they got Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler started closing games for them. And now that he's gone, they still don't have that closer because Ben Simmons is not a shooter. You can't give the ball to a center in crunch time. That just doesn't work.
And they thought Josh Richardson was going to do it.
Yeah, like, no. If he didn't do that for us, I think he's going to do that for y'all. And Eric Spoelstra is a better coach than Brett Brown.
Brett Brown ain't be looking for another job.
I feel like he might go to Chicago.
That'd be good. I feel like with their young core and what he did with Philly, that worked.
Or he can go to New Orleans because Alvin Gentry just got fired.
Yeah, if I got to choose between Zach LaVine, Otto Porter, and Laurie Marketing, and some very strong winds and snow versus Gumbo and Zion.
You already know. You already know.
What is that? Who that?
You already know the vibes. But Kendrick Nunn did not play. Played 0 minutes last game. You were saying before the commercial break that he could get traded. You think that could still happen?
Absolutely. I feel
His
like
trade value took a hit.
his trade value definitely took a hit, but the thing about it is somebody's going to see Kendrick Nunn and they're going to see potential in him. Because, like you said, while I was saying his bubble performance was weak, his pre-bubble performance was everything that a team would want. He won a lot of games for us, you know, but at the end of the day, I believe in consistency. I believe in and being able to do it when other people cannot. You know, the bubble transition is not easy for a lot of people in this league, but they made the transition. If you want to be considered one of these players that everybody wants on your team, that's reliable night in and night out, you got to show up. And since he's been back, has he honestly had has he had a night where he shot a decent percentage?
Kendrick Nunn?
Yeah, and this is including the scrimmages.
Nah, not at all.
What about in the regular season, the play games, the regular seeding games? No.
Not at all.
And he didn't play the first game of the playoffs.
That's very telling. That's very telling.
I mean,
I seen a tweet.
He's got to play. He has got to play.
Yeah, I had seen a tweet that said the Heat are just simply not very high on Kendrick Nunn. And I believe that. I've been saying that for a while because he's already 24 years old. He's probably already reached his ceiling, you know? All he does really is just score. And if he's not scoring, if he's just having an off night, he doesn't really contribute anything else to the team. So it's like, I think the Heat see that problem in him, and they know he's probably not going to get much better. So I can see him getting traded to. I want to see him get traded to the Thunder for Gallinari.
No.
Who you want him on the Heat?
No, I just don't want Gallinari. Like,
so who we going to trade Kendrick Nunn to? You gonna ship him off to New York?
Huh?
You gonna ship him to New York? Ship him off to Chicago?
I mean, if we get Zach LaVine, shoot.
Bro, they're not trading Zach LaVine for.
Hey, look, that's Pat Riley. You never know. Pat Riley can sell you sand at the beach. I don't care what nobody say.
You're right.
Pat Riley can sell water to a fish. That's a cold man. That brother cold.
Or trade him to Washington, try to get Bradley Beal.
I'm good.
Nope. All right. The Rockets beat the Thunder 123-108. James Harden scored his usual 37 points. Emilio Gallinari dropped 29 points. Any thoughts on that game?
Regular game. James Harden gonna be James Harden. That series is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna say that. It could be interesting, but the Thunder's low post is gonna have to play hard. They're gonna play hard because
Steven Adams got to eat.
Because you really have to compete against James Harden. It's the center versus James Harden.
Yeah, because Westbrook not playing.
So you got to do your thing.
Now we're gonna get into the upsets.
Magic and the Bucks. Since we're talking about upsets, let's talk about that one first. Because, wow. Vucevic.
35.
35 and what? 15?
I think so.
35 and 15, 14. Like, bro, double-doubles on Giannis?
Giannis did his thing too. 31.
But he lost.
He did lose.
He lost. So
he needs more help. He can find that help in Miami.
Hey, look, I didn't want to say it. But hey, look, I know a place where you get all the help you want.
But hey, he needs to be patient though. He needs to take a season or two more of losing before he gets down here.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
That's all we ask for. Patience.
And look, hey, look, when your contract run out, take that pay cut. Trust the process.
Oh, that boy
wants to. Yeah. The culture is here, baby.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Let's talk about the real elephant in the room. How the heck did LeBron lose after having the game he had last night? Like, bro, that right there is that's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate
because he was like the first player ever in NBA history to like have the stat he had. What was it? He was like 20 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, 10 plus assists. I like LeBron. So a couple more was steals, a block, something else like that. Like, bro was hooping. Bro had a my career game yesterday and still lost. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, Trey, do you realize that moment right there is history? We were watching history yesterday, and nobody's gonna remember it because they lost by 7 points.
But Stephen A. said Damian Lillard is the best player in the world right now.
That's cap.
Who better than him right now?
Bro, right now, okay, at this very moment, yes, but I don't even want to give him.
That's what Stephen A. meant. Like right now, at this very moment, he's the best player in the world.
But even then, it's just like, bro, I feel like we're putting a lot of stake on this man plate. Like, bro, get out the first round first.
Yeah.
Beat LeBron first before I call you the best in the world. I don't care if you had a great game or not, bro. Let's get there first. Let's get to the second round before we start giving out best player of the day awards.
Mm-hmm. Charles Barkley said the Blazers are gonna sweep them.
That's cap.
That's cap. I believe it was cap too. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, sweet. That's a little extreme. I'm like, he must have forgot who LeBron James is. I was like, and he brought up the broom and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh.
Man, because Charles Barkley is a hater. Big old hater. Bro, he's so cool, man. Okay, look, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. I know Dame had a great game. Dame has had an excellent performance since he's been in the bubble. But let's not pretend like he's gonna sweep LeBron James. Let's not get crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I have something to say about that later.
Okay.
So how about I know this is off topic, but let's step out of bounds real quick. Let's step out of bounds real quick, all right? Let's step out of bounds. This PS5 is about to drop and the Xbox One is about to drop. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, I know you PS guy. You PS5 guy. You're a PlayStation guy. You know what I'm saying? Bird, you know what I'm saying? We're brothers, you know what I'm saying? So we up here with that.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on that? On this Xbox? We about to make the switch or are we gonna stick with the Xbox? We team Sony.
Nah, I'm not making the switch. You know, I like PlayStation way too much. Their exclusives are amazing. I already have Spider-Man in my room. They're making Spider-Man Miles Morales. You already know I gotta get that Force in my hand. You know, right? I was gonna stick with my PS4 for a little bit, but with these new games coming out for the PS5, I might have to make that switch a little early. Not quite sure yet, but I'm leaning towards it. I do know that Xbox, you know, is known for the Series X is known for being a little bit more powerful.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything if you don't have games.
Yeah, the games they have Halo. Like, and Halo even got delayed. So it's like, what games do you have? Forza? I got Gran Turismo on PlayStation for that. Like,
practically the same game.
Honestly, at this point, the PS5 will be here. It will be here. In fact, folks, I might miss a couple shows because I need to get that game. I'm just saying.
You know.
Look, we go live stream, man. Me and Trey gonna be sitting there. Yeah, Giannis is a real.
He's a solid player.
Absolutely, but I'm ready to see how GTA 5 is gonna look. They said that's supposed to be expanded.
Yeah, it's honestly they're just milking it. Rockstar is just milking it.
But are they milking it, or is it just like they just really have not put the game at its full potential yet before they bought GTA 6?
They're most definitely milking it. If they keep doing this, GTA 6 might not even come out.
Bro, GTA 6 is 60% done, and they've been working on it since they dropped GTA 5. You know how long ago GTA 5 has been out?
Since 2013.
As you were in middle school.
Yeah, I was there.
You was fresh out of elementary school. You was still seeing alphabets on your ceiling.
Oh my God, I was in 8th grade. What's going on? But yeah, I mean, I just think they're milking it because I don't know. It's just 3 generations of consoles, and it's still there.
Yes.
I don't think too many people are gonna buy a PS5.
You're crazy.
I just because if you already bought it for the end of the Xbox 360 PS3 era, it makes sense to go to PS4 Xbox One because it came at the end. So it makes sense to buy it again. But to buy it a third time,
bro, it's free. It's literally it's free.
Still.
If you already have it, it's gonna be free to upgrade. And if it is, it's like $5. Trey, you can throw $5. You can throw $10. Come on.
They call me Julius.
You're not Julius Gout, man. You're not.
I got the gout, man.
No, I ain't gonna get out of here, Trey.
All right.
Stop hating. You hate.
Okay. All right, it's about that time, folks. Hot take time. And my hot take of the day is Markelle Fultz and Michael Porter Jr. will be the 2 most improved players in the NBA next season. I'm not saying they'll win most improved player, but I am saying that they'll have the biggest jump in production. I predict Michael Porter Jr. will make his first All-Star appearance next season and win most improved player. Fultz will come in second place in most improved player of the year. And he will completely shed his bust label. He started shedding it a little bit this season, but I believe next season he will completely shed it. I see him averaging at least 16 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and shooting splits will go up 47% from the field, 35% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line. The only thing holding him back is his 3-point shooting. That's really the only thing holding him back. Like, his form is still a little wonky, but he led the Magic to the playoffs. I mean, I know he wasn't their best player, but he was a starter, and he just plays good basketball. He's just still bouncy. He just got to work on that shot some more.
I can see it. Honestly, this might be one of your first hot takes that I honestly could, like, you know what? Yeah. This is G. I like that. You know what? In the comment section, leave some claps for Trey. We at least a trash for Clay. We at least a class for Trey. All right.
Okay, but I want to hear yours, man. I want to hear yours. Yours is spicy.
Oh, it's hot. This is like one of those sizzling players from out of Chili's or Applebee's. Like, man, it's hot. So let me delete this disclaimer. If LeBron loses and Giannis lose, this is what I'm saying is could happen or is going to happen. Let me reiterate. If the king falls and the freak gets freaked, I expect to see the Miami Heat and the Portland Trail Blazers in the NBA Finals. Here's why I say that. I say that. And I know this is a big if. It is a giant if. If Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and Carmelo Anthony manages to topple down the king on his way to rebuilding his throne, his kingdom, and reclaiming his throne as king of the NBA, I don't see anybody stopping them. I really don't, outside of the Clippers. Like, that is it. You have the post play with Nurkic and Hassan Whiteside down there. Houston is going to get washed down low. Russ is going to have to literally go down there and be an honorary power forward for them to try to get a rebound. Because if they run out there with a lineup like they have been doing, they're going to out-rebound everybody. Like, Nurkic is playing out of. I feel like, this could come from the death of his grandmother due to COVID complications. Rest in peace to her. But he's been playing his butt off. And Dame, Dame has been playing like a man on a mission. So you never really truly know until it happened. But as of right now, they got to beat LeBron, walk through the Rockets, and fight like heck against the Clippers. And vice versa with Miami. Miami has the Bucks. They got to make it. They got to finish putting the beat down on Indiana. And if somehow or another Milwaukee loses another game, this really makes this hot take not so hot, which I'm really hoping they kind of help my temperature out on my take. Because if they drop another game, that means that this is going to go 6 games. This series has to go a minimum of 6 games. Or a minimum of 4 games, maximum of 6. If it goes 6 and then you have to turn around and play Miami, a team that had your number every game this season, except for the one game where the best players weren't playing. And even then, you had to have an outstanding game for y'all to come back and win. It's not looking good for them. And then you have, of course, the Raptors after that, because I feel like the Raptors would beat the Celtics. We had their number this year too. And it's like, I feel like that one right there, that would be a 6 or 7 game series. And honestly, either or, it could go either way on that one. I can't really call that one because with Pascal Siakam in the paint, his post presence and how he plays, Kyle Lowry's not playing Kyle Sorry anymore. You know, all of these guys are starting to step up, and the emergence of Van Vliet being a beast, you know, he's really showing up. So it's going to be one of those things where it's going to come down to, like I said before, every little possession.
Yeah, I agree. That was a good take. I like that. All right, guys, that's it for today's show. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boca Raton News. Follow the show on Instagram and Twitter at Boca Tribune. Follow me on my personal Twitter at Trey3. Noah?
Follow me at ArcBuilder Noah on all social media platforms.
Sir, make sure you do that. Timeout airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. As always, this is the Avant Bros signing off.